We have a lovely blue glass tiled shower that is having a lot of problems. When the homeowner uses their shower, the dining room light underneath of us drips water out of it. So obviously there is something wrong with the construction of this. We're going to take it apart and we'll document it and we'll see what's going on. Beyond just the fact that the shower leaks, the tile work certainly leaves a lot to be desired as well. You can see the sheet outlines, wavy grout joints, uneven grout joints. Things just don't line up well. It's just overall not a very well executed job. So of course when we're all done, we'll get it straightened up and it will be much cleaner and just a much better overall job. This shower is relatively big. It's about 7 feet across and about 3.5 feet deep. So there's plenty of room. The shower faucet, she's going to replace one of the handles because it's broke. Otherwise the faucet's going to stay. She likes her shower head, so that's going to stay. We're going to add a recessed niche on the wall and increase some storage and just have a much more usable shower. So once we get into the tearing this apart, as I say, we'll kind of start documenting everything that was done incorrectly and probably have a pretty good indication of exactly what happened and how this shower failed. So before we start tearing this shower apart, we're going to do a guess as to how this shower was constructed. Some of the guess, of course, is based on what we see a lot. Some is just looking at the construction of it. One thing, we can see how thick this metal is. I'm going to grab, there were some residual tiles left over. I don't know if you can get in there and see those good. So you see how thin those tiles are and how thick that metal is. I think that they probably overlaid the drywall with some kind of 1/4 inch board, maybe hardy backer or 1/4 inch concrete board, but that would be the distance that this takes up. So I expect we're going to find double layer wall construction. I think we're going to find that the floor, they tried to use a pan liner. You can see at the corner how the corners kind of come in. And I think the corners come in like that because the pan liner is bunched up. And you can see the same thing at this corner, how this wall kind of comes in that way. You can see a little bit where that wall does the same thing. You can see it here at the curb where the wall tile at the curb is coming down. Those are indications to me that they didn't keep their folds tight for the pan liner. And so that's one reason those are having problems. Another thing, you can see how my foot is kicking that drain. That drain is up about 1/8 of an inch on part of it. And so the water isn't going to go down the drain like it should because the drain is higher than the tile. And so those are just a few things that are going on and probably causing the issues that we see here in this shower. Another thing we can kind of see, I don't know how well the camera's going to pick up, the curb actually slopes outside the shower. There's a dip. It doesn't stay flat.
I can see that. I can see the angle coming the wrong way on the curb.
And so things like that, it's not going to channel the water direct. Those are all things that we pay attention to. Those are the difference between a failed shower and a successful shower. So as we start to pull these walls apart, we're going to put all this together and you'll see we'll probably get it out pretty efficiently. And then once we get it all apart, we'll have some of our theories hopefully confirmed. And if we're wrong, we'll come back and we'll say, well, obviously they did it this way. But we know that there's something going on with the shower because, again, it leaks into the basement or into the ceiling underneath of us. So let's see what we can do. Okay. That's awesome. So tearing apart this curb is tiled directly to the lumber, which is too early to tell. It looks like it might be treated lumber. But beyond that, there is no waterproofing whatsoever on the curb. So not only should they not have tiled directly to it, you can see it just pulls right off. It's not sticking to it at all. Because the lumber has too much dimensional change with expansion and contraction and everything. So the tile's not going to stick. So that's definitely going to play a part into why this shower was leaking so bad. So it's some kind of a weird form job that they tried to do with the tile. You can see this is concrete right there, and that's concrete. We'll get all this off and we'll have a better idea of what the heck they were thinking. I mean, I don't think we'll ever figure out what they were thinking, but it's definitely the most interesting shower I have ever seen attempt. you can see how wet. I mean, I don't know if the video is going to pick up how wet the plastic is, but there's definite residual moisture there. You can see, look, kind of point out on the drain how high up that should be mounted to the plywood, the bottom half of that, and it's way up. And then you can kind of see the red guard right there. Pull that off now. I mean, so it's not even attached down low. The red guard should have been, the pan should have been sloped to that bottom drain piece and then red guarded to that instead of all the way at the top. And so that's the primary cause of failure in this shower, I think. Beyond using the wrong plastic for the liner, in this application it'll just be a cleavage membrane, but it's not done right. Anyway, we'll keep chipping away at this shower pan. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click the subscribe button. Don't forget to ring the bell to keep updated with our latest videos. Also, be sure to check out the next suggested video that's going to pop up as well. Thank you very much for watching.